6:49, welcome back. We're taking a live look in Boston, Massachusetts on this Monday morning, where the Edward Kennedy Institute for the United States Senate is being dedicated today, of course, named after the longtime U.S. Senator. The Senator's goal is to promote an interest in government and encourage people to take part in politics. The Institute is located on the campus of the University of Massachusetts, alongside the John F. Kennedy Library and Museum. A very good Monday morning, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Kyle Bosch. Lisa has the morning off. We're just getting started with non-stop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your Monday. We do start with some breaking news that we've been following for you this morning. 8 people were killed and 10 others hurt when a church van ran a stop sign and landed in a canal in southwest Florida. The Florida Highway Patrol says the van was traveling from Fort Myers to Fort Pierce overnight when it went through a stop sign, crossed over a highway, and ended up off the road in a canal. Officials say the van's driver and 7 passengers were all killed. 10 other passengers were taken to local hospitals, several in critical condition. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. Police are looking for help in the case of a man who says he was attacked outside a Grand Forks bar this weekend. Officers were called to All True Hospital around 4 yesterday morning. The victim told police he'd been attacked by 4 to 5 people in the 100 block of North 3rd Street. If you have any information, you're asked to call Grand Forks Police. Fargo police say they're seeing a spike in car break-ins. Yesterday, there were back-to-back break-ins at an Anytime Fitness parking lot within an hour of each other. Now, police say usually criminals just pull on door handles of cars until one opens up. And while it's unusual that it happened in the middle of the day, officers are worried that this might just be the beginning of another spree. They are reminding people to get their cars locked up. You could also check out where the latest crimes are happening at a new website. We've got a link to it at valleynewslive.com. Time to get a look now at weather and traffic on the ones. We start with meteorologist Mick Kerr, and the wind not done just yet.
No, although we start our Monday morning with a noticeable lack of wind after a wild, windy weekend of somewhat warmer weather. Here comes a little bit of rain for today for northeast North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Yesterday, Fargo officially getting 0.24 of an inch of precip, Fergus 0.3, and fair amount of 1/10 to 0.3 of an inch in the southern end of the valley. Today, it's the north's turn. That will move across the woods of northern Minnesota through the afternoon, and then tomorrow morning will be about 5 degrees warmer than this morning, and the afternoon promises to be about 5 degrees warmer than today. So 2 very pleasant days on the way. We do start with temperatures and precipitation all in the form of liquid. There is just a couple of sprinkles up there in western Kitson County, light rain showers around central parts of Benson County up through the Towner and Rolette counties northwestward, and it gets quite a bit more serious there, eastern Saskatchewan, southwestern Manitoba. All of that will increase in intensity as it moves south and east. Got a big cold front moving through the eastern part of the U.S., including a fair amount of snow in New England. So all in all, a very pleasant day. Nice one here with calm conditions and, again, temperatures which are in the mid-30s and here in the valley, low 30s, although Sisseton at 48, that's the way to start the day. Most everybody is at or above 32. So not much frost to worry about unless you live in far northwestern Minnesota. We have for our next couple of days sunshine and mild showers far north today, sunny and warmer tomorrow. Wednesday, the warmest at about 70, and then this very sharp cold front will come in for the weekend. It's all cloudy in Fargo-Moorhead right now. Let's get a traffic update from Valley News Live's Al Ahmed.
Our commute is definitely on, Mick. Lots of traffic activity out here on Interstate 29 and on Interstate 94. Interstate 94 is really busy this morning. Northbound I-29 as well. Watching traffic coming around the ramps at the tri-level almost look like a carousel. Just a steady stream of lights as they circle around that ramp. Other than that, everything seems to be going along fairly well. The road surface is dry. Traffic moving along 60 to 65 miles an hour. Drive carefully today. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
Family, friends, and police are continuing the search for a missing University of Minnesota student who hasn't been heard from since early Friday morning. 22-year-old Jennifer Hooley was last seen around 1 Friday morning at a popular bar in Dinkytown. Her purse was found a few blocks away a few hours later. Hooley's sorority sisters have been posting flyers around the Twin Cities, hoping someone will come forward with answers as to what happened. Minneapolis police say they have checked out surveillance video from the Blarney pub where she was last seen. Police have now identified 2 people killed in a small plane crash in northern Minnesota. 43-year-old John Witt and 32-year-old Stacy Sundquist, both of Pine River, died in that crash in Pine River on Friday. Several witnesses say that the plane took off and appeared to be going low and slow before crashing about a quarter mile from the airport. The American Gaming Association says about 40 million people filled out brackets for March Madness, with bets totaling about $9 billion. But these numbers also come with a warning. The North Dakota Department of Human Services is asking people to open up a dialogue about gambling during Problem Gambling Awareness Month, which is timed with March Madness. It's estimated that between 14,000 and 21,000 North Dakotans struggle with a gambling addiction.
Gambling becomes a problem for an individual when they are unable to resist the urge to gamble despite having negative consequences, such as lying or arguing with family and friends about their behaviors, borrowing money to pay off debts, or even going without basic needs in order to gamble.
If you or someone you know does have a gambling problem, treatment is available through the Gambler's Choice program that's provided by Lutheran Social Services of North Dakota. In our Healthier Me this morning, a big heads up for parents. The country's leading pediatricians are warning parents not to use kitchen spoons to give their child medication. The American Academy of Pediatrics instead wants medicines to be measured in metric units, not teaspoons or tablespoons. It's all because spoons come in different sizes, and even a small error can be toxic for infants and toddlers. Some parents sometimes misinterpret milliliters for teaspoons, or they use a tablespoon instead of a teaspoon. More than 70,000 children visit the emergency room every year because of an unintentional medication overdose. Her abduction at the age of 14 was one of the most followed child kidnapping cases of our time, and today, Elizabeth Smart will be bringing her story to Grand Forks. The big event starts at 7 p.m. in UND's Chester Fritz Auditorium. It is free and open to the public. Smart plans to talk about not just her abduction experience, but also the importance of having hope in a difficult situation. The wait is officially over for many golfers anxious to get back out on the course. More and more of them opening up around the valley, including the Fargo public courses, which are set to open today. The Valley Today's Christy Larson is getting ready for the golf season this morning. She is live at Osted's Golf in South Fargo with a lot more. Christy?
Yes, good morning, Kyle. A lot of people have been waiting for those Fargo courses to open, and of course others throughout the valley, like we mentioned. And Nick here is just one of those people who are ready to get back out on the course.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go right now. We're ready to tee off.
We've been up for a while. Let's go.
We don't need the sun up all the way.
No,
but again, if people are looking for just a few last-minute tips of some things to get ready, what would you tell them?
Well, the big thing is, come, look at your clubs, make sure we can bring them in, get them re-gripped. That's a big one. And then, look at your putter. There's new stuff out there this year, and it's time to get a new one.
And I know that you're holding just some. We have 2 of some of the new ones out there right now.
Yep. These are what they're going to do is they're called counterbalance. A little bit longer since starting in 2016, you can't anchor a putter against your body. So they're doing a counterbalance where the weight is either in the grip with the Odyssey or just in the shaft in the ping.
Yeah. And we did show you too, we did have me fitted for grip, just kind of seeing exactly how my swing was and what kind of ways we'd need to improve my club. But Kyle, we do have a little wager. We're a little hungry for lunch today. So I think, do you agree that if I make a putt, that you will buy us lunch?
Okay, I will agree to that if you make the putt.
All right.
From where? That's what I want to know. Where?
Let me get from here.
Okay.
From right here. All right, here we go. I'm going to get lined up here. You know what? Let me switch putters though real quick. Here we go, Nick.
Yeah.
Lunch.
I knew there was always something with Christy and Nick. There was always going to be something up the sleeve. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Well, you didn't say where lunch was coming from, so I've got some leftover spaghetti. I'll be bringing it by the store around 12:30. So hopefully that'll work out well. Christy Larson reporting live this morning from Osted's golf season getting underway. While you're online today, don't forget to sign up for our Valley News Live text alerts on your phone. Bring you the latest breaking news and weather updates anytime. Just head to our website, valleynewslive.com, to sign up. All right, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. In a recent survey, what did 30% of men admit to lying about to impress a coworker? Well, a timely question and answer this morning. Turns out they lied about liking golf to try and impress the coworker.
Which
Take
means,
partner.
of course, 70% don't lie about it.
Don't lie about it. They really do like it.
And they're darn proud of it, too.
Maybe some people out golfing today.
I'd hope so. With a forecast like this, we're heading from the 30s up to the 70s or to the 60s, especially in the Southern Valley, Kyle.
We'll take it. That's our time on this Monday morning on the Valley Today. More news and weather coming up in about 25 minutes. And, of course, we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.